The November wind rattled the windows of the Hartman home, sharp and restless, carrying the faint scent of snow. Inside, Emily Hartman sat curled on the couch, wrapped in the quilt her grandmother had stitched years ago. The television flickered in front of her, but she wasn't really watching. The quiet pressed in too heavily, each tick of the clock reminding her of how empty the house felt now. 6 months had passed since her husband, Michael, had died in a car accident, and though she tried to hold it together for her daughter, some nights were harder than others. Her 16-year-old, Lily, was upstairs in her room, music drifting faintly through the ceiling. Emily couldn't blame her for retreating. Everyone grieved differently, and for Lily, it seemed safer to hide behind earbuds and screens. Emily wished she could pull her daughter close and talk about Michael, about the hole he'd left behind, but every attempt ended with Lily turning away, shutting herself off. Emily's stomach growled, but the thought of cooking felt unbearable. She hadn't gone grocery shopping in over a week. The fridge was nearly empty, the cupboards worse. With a sigh, she grabbed her phone and opened the delivery app. Bella's Pizza popped up first, a small Italian restaurant a few blocks away. Michael had always loved their breadsticks. She ordered a large pepperoni and breadsticks, telling herself it would be enough to make dinner feel easy tonight. When the doorbell rang 40 minutes later, Emily pulled her quilt tighter and opened the door. A young man stood there, cheeks flushed from the cold. He couldn't have been more than 19. His cap bore the Bella's logo, and he balanced a steaming pizza box in his hands. "Large pepperoni and breadsticks for Hartman?" he asked with a polite smile. "Yes, that's me." Emily handed him cash and added a tip bigger than usual. "Wow, thank you," he said, blinking. "That's really generous." "You're out in this weather," she replied softly. "It's the least I can do." He gave a quick nod, then hurried back into the night. Emily closed the door and stood still for a moment, feeling the strangeness of having another voice in the house, even if only for a minute. She set the pizza on the counter and called upstairs. "Lily, dinner's here." A few minutes later, Lily wandered down, earbuds dangling, scrolling on her phone. "Pizza again?" she said, though her little grin gave her away. "Better than me burning what's left in the fridge," Emily said. They ate at the kitchen table. The warm smell of melted cheese filled the room, but the silence between them was heavy. Emily tried to start a conversation about school, but Lily only shrugged. She didn't push. Grief had made them both quieter. 2 hours later, just as Emily settled back onto the couch, another knock echoed through the house. Frowning, she opened the door. To her surprise, it was the same delivery boy, this time without a pizza box. He looked apologetic, shifting from foot to foot. "Sorry to bother you again," he began. "But my car broke down just up the street and my phone died. Could I maybe use your phone to call someone?" Emily hesitated for a heartbeat. Letting strangers inside wasn't something she usually did, but there was something earnest about his face, something that told her he wasn't here to cause trouble. She stepped aside. "Come in. It's too cold to be out there." Relief flickered across his expression. "Thank you." He used the cordless phone, speaking quietly. "Hey, it's me. Car won't start, yeah, can you come get me? I'll wait." When he hung up, he sighed. "My buddy's on the way. Probably half an hour." "You can wait here," Emily said. "No point freezing outside." He gave a small nod and sat on the edge of the couch. His jacket was too big, his sneakers worn down. He looked so young, yet his posture carried responsibility far beyond his years. "Would you like some tea?" Emily asked. "Or a hot chocolate?" His eyes widened slightly, surprised. "Tea would be amazing. Thank you." When she returned with steaming mugs, she noticed he was studying the family photos on the mantel. His gaze lingered on one of Michael holding baby Lily. "That's your husband?" he asked gently. Emily swallowed hard. "Yes." "Michael. He passed away earlier this year." His voice softened. "I'm so sorry. That must be really tough." "It is," she admitted. "Some days more than others." For a while, they sat in silence, sipping tea. It wasn't uncomfortable. Finally, she asked, "Do you live nearby?" He nodded. "Yeah, just a few blocks." "I'm Jacob. It's just me and my mom. She works nights at the hospital, so I got the delivery job to help out. It's not much, but it helps with bills. Emily studied him quietly. He spoke without resentment, only determination. That's a lot to carry at your age. He gave a little shrug. She's done everything for me. This is the least I can do. Something stirred in Emily's chest. He reminded her of Michael, steady, selfless, always putting family first. Headlights swept across the window, and Jacob stood, pulling on his gloves. That's my ride. Thanks again for letting me wait, for the tea, for being kind. Take care, Jacob, she said softly. You too, ma'am, he replied, stepping into the night. When the door closed, the silence returned, but it felt lighter somehow. In the weeks that followed, Emily found herself ordering from Bella's more often. And more often than not, Jacob was the one at her door. Their conversations stretched longer each time. He'd tell her about school, about the long nights his mother worked. She told him about Lily, about Michael, about the way grief still came in waves. Sometimes Lily joined in, laughing at Jacob's stories of delivery mishaps. Other times, it was just Emily and Jacob, the living room lamp casting a warm glow around them. One evening, Lily smirked over a breadstick. Mom, you talk to the delivery guy more than anyone else these days. Emily chuckled softly. He's just a good kid. He kind of reminds me of Dad, Lily said suddenly. The way he's always looking out for people. The words hit Emily hard. She hadn't thought of it before, but Lily was right. Jacob's quiet kindness echoed Michael's in ways she hadn't noticed. A few nights before Christmas, Emily opened the door to find Jacob holding not just pizza, but a small wrapped package. What's this? She asked, surprised. He shifted awkwardly. Just something small. For you and your daughter. To say thank you. Inside was a hand-painted ornament, a snowy cabin on one side. On the back were the words, "Home is where love lives." Tears filled Emily's eyes. Jacob, this is beautiful. He shrugged, embarrassed. I just thought maybe your tree could use something new. Something hopeful. That night, Emily and Lily hung the ornament together. The tree glowed, laughter returning to a space that had felt empty for so long. Jacob didn't become just the delivery boy. He became a friend, a reminder that kindness could come unexpectedly, even on the coldest nights. He never tried to replace Michael, no one could, but in his quiet, steady way, he gave Emily and Lily something precious, proof that life, even after heartbreak, still held connection and hope. It had begun with one night, one broken-down car, one knock on the door. But sometimes, one night is enough to change everything,